This is something I wanted to make a while ago after my What I'm Made Of video, and now's the perfect time to make it. Infinite's theme was heavily analysed by many people on YouTube because people were searching for clues about who the character really was, but everyone stopped talking about it once the game was released. So, now that we are all very familiar with Infinite's character, let's take a look at his theme song and analyse it just so we can fully understand him once and for all.
Weak.
Okay, so we'll ignore the first two lines because it's just yeah, yo, like that's not gonna give any character insight whatsoever unless we find out that Infinite is some kind of gangster, which he probably was at some point, we don't know. So moving on is the first part of the verse, which is, I am the tallest of mountains, I am the roughest of waves, I am the toughest of terrors, I am the darkest of days. So he's just saying basically that he's the worst. He's the worst of the worst. Like, there's nothing worse than him, and there's nothing more challenging. If you're a surfer and you come across the roughest wave, you ain't gonna conquer it. If you're in a boat and the roughest wave comes along, it's gonna knock you over. If you're a tall mountain like Mount Everest, not many people are gonna actually conquer that. It's just one of those things. He's just a massive threat, basically. And that's what all those lines are saying. So the next part then says, I'm the last one that's standing, don't try to stand in my way, cause I've been up against better, just take a look at my face. Well, his face is covered to hide his past encounters, and he's also scarred with a damaged eye. So if we look at both versions of Infinite, which is the one from the comic with no mask, and then the one in the game who has a mask, the one with the mask is obviously showing he's had experience by wearing the mask, and that mask is now his face, which is why he's saying, look at me, I have been through some stuff that you don't want to know about. And then if we compare him to the comic Infinite who has the scar, then yeah, the scar says it all. Like, he's got a damaged eye, he's got a scarred face, he looks like someone who's been in quite a few fights. You don't want to mess with him, basically. And also, when he's saying that he's the last one that's standing, he is definitely referring to the fact that he is the last of Jackal's squad, because he literally said it in episode Shadow that his squad was destroyed. So he is the last one, and he's battled through his pain, basically. He's battled through his defeats to get to where he is now. Then the next part of the song says, because if you're messing with me, I am a dangerous weapon, I am the sharpest of blades, I'll cut you down in a second. So he will just destroy anyone who gets in his way, because he's literally a weapon. Because Eggman turned him into a weapon, so that is what he is now. He's not a commander, well he is, but he's not a commander who's got his own personality really. He's just someone who is being used as a tool, but he sort of likes it. He likes being this threat who can just destroy everything. And also I feel like the blade could be a reference to the fact he used to have a sword that literally cut down everything, but maybe that was actually inspired by the song, so I don't know. And then the next section of the song says, because I was born in this pain, it only hurts if you let it, so if you think you can take me, then you should go and forget it. I imagine that this relates to his new identity rather than his old one. So he was born as Infinite in a painful scenario, and I believe that is the fall of his squad and his defeat at Shadow's hands. So he's known the worst pain of all. He was literally born in the worst pain, so nothing can hurt him anymore. Which is why no one should challenge him, because literally nothing can get to him. And then we get to this part where it says, and after all this time you're back for more, I won't stop until they know my name. So I'll take what's mine and start this war. I'm coming at you like a tidal wave. You'd have no idea how hard I'm trying not to sing right now. So this refers to Sonic returning, but it also refers to the Avatar returning. So both Sonic and the Avatar were defeated by Infinite. Sonic was defeated at the start of the game and was imprisoned. And, you know, he got his butt kicked, basically. The Avatar was defeated when fighting him during the war, and then Infinite spared him because he fled screaming, basically, even though we didn't see that, but let's assume it happened. And both these characters come back to challenge him again, And, you know, Infinite's response is like, oh, well, you're both back, okay, never mind. Because he remembers them both. So that part where it says he won't stop until they know his name, well, it's referring to the fact he wants everyone to know his new name. He's trying to get rid of his old name and make Infinite the name everyone knows him by. And then when he's on about taking what's his and starting a war, well, he's taking the ruby, that is now his. He sees it as his, he deserves it after what he's been through, and he is going to start a war that he wanted to happen for a long time. Well, judging by the Infinite comic, where he teamed up with Eggman just to see war break out. And then we go into the chorus, where it says, where everything you know has come and gone, you are at your lowest, I am rising higher. Only scars remain of who I was. What I find in the ashes, you lose in the fire. I'm trying not to sing, it's so difficult, it's such a catchy song. So this refers to the fact that his past life and his squad literally came and went. So everything he knew, his squad, his life, just disappeared in an instant. He didn't even expect it to happen. Only scars remain of who he was. Well, because he is no longer the person he used to be. I mean, literally he does have a scar on his face and he is hiding whatever his face looks like now. But he is saying that he's just not who he once was. He brings people to their lowest and he rises higher by himself, which is what is referred to in the line, you are at your lowest, I'm rising higher. So he did that to become infinite. And also, with the what I find in the ashes, you lose in the fire, he was reborn from the ashes, essentially. So he was brought down to nothing and he was reborn from it. And the ashes also literally refer to the fact he wants to destroy the world and create a new world from it. So, it's almost like an inspiring lyrics where it's like, yeah, I'm working through the pain, I'm getting stronger, and you're all falling, haha. It's really inspirational, but it's a villain who is trying to destroy everything. Like, come on, Sega, we need more inspirational characters who are good. Tell children to battle through their pain and then rise higher from it, and rise above, and rise from the ashes. Don't make the psychotic villain be... Oh no, what is going on, Sega? Okay, so the next part of the chorus says, when there's no one left to carry on, this is an illusion, open up your eyes and, this pain persists, I can't resist, but that's what it takes to be infinite. So, there's no one left to carry on. See, that can refer to a couple of things. So, I think in the song it is referring to the fact that there's no one left to carry on, and he basically wants to destroy the army, destroy the rebellion. There's no one left to save the heroes, because he doesn't want that to happen. He wants everyone to be decimated, everyone out of his way. He wants to see the world fall into despair. That's what he wants. I feel like with the second line where it says, it's an illusion, open up your eyes, it's almost like he's hinting, in a way. Like, he's almost saying, this is obviously an illusion, you idiots. If someone just, like, opened their eyes and saw that would be interesting. I don't know why he'd be hinting. It's not like he's trying to make friends or anything, but that's just how it feels with the way it's worded. So he's literally telling the heroes it's an illusion, but it could also refer to, I don't know, I don't even know. I mean, maybe he's saying that the illusion is like good because he likes it, and maybe he's opened up his eyes to create these illusions. It's a very difficult line to read. I mean, I think it just is there to refer to his powers and make him think that he's better than everyone else, but I don't know. And when it gets to the pain persists, I can't resist. I honestly think that one is to do with the fact that, well, again, it's a couple of things. So I feel like he has the inability to resist the pain because it's what makes him infinite. So he's constantly in pain, maybe to do with the ruby. Maybe he's in the pain from losing his squad, but I think it's to do with the ruby. And I think he's supposed to like it. So maybe he can't resist as in he can't escape, he can't get away from it, but he has to cope with it. But I actually think that he can't resist the pain, as in he actually likes it. So he likes being in pain because it reminds him that he is now infinite. That's what the pain symbolizes to him. So he basically embraces pain. Wow, this is a weird character. This is getting dark, and I thought What I'm Made Of was bad. Yeah, next part of the song says, so look around you and tell me what you really see. I never end, and that's the difference in you and me. Because when your time is up and everything is falling down, it's only me and you who is going to save you now. So when he's saying, look around you and tell me what you really see, he's telling the entire resistance, look around, just look everywhere. And he's got all these illusions up, and obviously he doesn't want them to know the secret behind them, or that they are illusions. but he's trying to convince them that they are reality. So tell me what you really see. Even though those things aren't supposed to actually be there, they are. And according to the Resistance, they are there. He sees himself as the most immortal and powerful being, which is why he says that he never ends. And he says that's the difference between him and the Avatar and Sonic. So in that line, and that's the difference in you and me, he is comparing himself to the Avatar and to Sonic, because they're the main characters of this game. And the difference is that he is this immortal being above everybody else. Then that last part of this verse, he's actually questioning the loyalty of friendship. So he's saying, because when your time is up and everything's falling down, it's only me and you who's going to save you now. So already earlier on, he said he was going to destroy everything, destroy everyone who stood in his way, and no one was going to be left to carry on. So now that means that the Avatar and Sonic are alone. And he's saying, well, who's going to save you if you're on your own? And it turns out they save each other, obviously, because fist bump and all that stuff. So he's just destroying the world around them. And it's, I don't know, I find it kind of sad that he's questioning like the loyalty of friendship, because obviously he had his squad. I don't know. Next verse is obviously, so look around you and tell me what you really see. You live a lie and that's the difference in you and me. I have the power, let me show you what it's all about. It's only me and you, who's going to save you now? So this part's very similar to the last part, and he's pretty much saying the same thing. He's talking to the Resistance, saying, you know, look around. But this time he's saying you are literally living a lie, because they're living a lie with illusions. But maybe he's also referring to Sonic and the Avatar, who are living a lie by believing in friendship, by believing that by teamwork and friendship and working together that they can become something. You think that's a lie to think that way, because he himself lost everyone who he cared about and was on his own. And he's saying, you know, I have the power, let me show you what it's all about. He's just ready to show off his power, basically. There's no other way around that. He's just saying, look, I have the ruby, I have the power, I'm gonna just show you and just kill you. And then the song kicks off into the next part, which everyone forgets for some reason, where it says, I am the tallest of mountains, don't you ever forget it. If you step in the ring, then you're gonna regret it. So in this part of the song, he's just reminding everybody that, hey, I'm the strongest person. Anyone who challenges me is just doomed to fail. Which they basically are. In Sonic Forces, he is pretty powerful. So he's just saying, don't bother, because if the moment you step in and say, I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna absolutely annihilate you. Then the next part says, because if you're messing with me, then you should know that it's over. I don't crumble for nothing, I've got the world on my shoulders. So this one I actually find like this to be a really interesting line. So again, he's just saying, well, if you're messing with me, then it's over already because I'm better than you. That is what it says, but when he's saying, I don't crumble for nothing, I've got the world on my shoulders, I mean, he's got illusions that literally are across the planet. He literally has the weight of the world on his shoulders. So he won't just be taken down so easily. He won't feel pressure to fall because he's literally got so much pressure on him already. He's also got the pressure of being Eggman's commander and having a certain standard to live up to, where he's got to be in charge of a bunch of things and have some responsibility. I mean, he's literally got the weight of the world on his shoulders. There's no other way around it, that is what he's saying. And then the song just goes back into the other lyrics that were presented earlier. So that's pretty much the conclusion to this song analysis. So, what do I think? I mean, I think it's pretty clear. It just describes his character perfectly. So obviously before Sonic Forces came out and people were analysing this song, they were trying to find clues if it was Tails or something, and no one knew who the character was. But now that we know who he is, we can definitely look into this song and just say, yeah, that sounds like something he'd say, because we know him now. I don't think there's anything hidden in this song particularly. I think the only things I can really pick out are things about being in pain and having the world on your shoulders, preferring to be alone than to have friends, thinking that friendship's a lie. Because I think it explains like his backstory a little bit, where he's, you know, not got any friends. That sounds really depressing. He's got no friends. He doesn't think you need friends anymore. He thinks you can be fine on your own. And he thinks he's so powerful. He thinks he's got the power to just have everything. He thinks he just has a really big ego. But then again, it makes sense because he literally is controlling the planet with illusions. So it gives a tiny bit more depth to his character. But I mean, nothing new. There's nothing like, oh wow, I did not know that his mother died when he was 2. There's nothing like that in the lyrics. So I didn't find this one as fun to analyse as What I'm Made Of, because I think What I'm Made Of had the 2 conflicting perspectives. This one's just a little bit more, hello. I'm very obvious. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Obviously, I'm just recording this because it's Infinite Week, and I need to have videos and content, like at least 7 videos if I want to make this week work to annoy my brother. So anyway, what did you interpret lyrics as? Because I think maybe that I'm missing something. Maybe someone else interpreted them differently. Like, go down below and talk about what you think. Because honestly, like with my last one, with What I'm Made Of, it was really interesting to see the other thoughts that people had about the lyrics. So go ahead and tell me what you think about these. Because I don't think there's much to really pick out from these lyrics. But just go ahead and tell me anyway. So I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe. This has been Lord Danny, and I'm signing out.